it's a bird, it's a plane.
This ain't rapping, this is street hop.
Never lose, never choose to. Bruise,
I
cruise,
pull it
cruise.
down. I'm deadly when I pull a pin out.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a
The
plane.
man with the mad new styles and funky forms.
Never lose, never choose to. Bruise,
I
cruise,
pull it
cruise.
down. I'm deadly when I pull a pin out.
Happy 2021, buddies. This is High Noon. I know it's been a while. A lot has happened in the past weeks, and we're all kind of just reeling from it. But we must heal together as one unity. That's what it's all about. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. There's been a lot of questions lately about like dreadlocks, like my hair, basically. You know, I get asked questions a lot about my hair, and there's a subject that comes up quite often, and that's pretty much the subject of cultural appropriation.
Shorty's gonna be lining up to get with me. Yo, check it. Time to get busy.
Definitely something to be looked at and considered in order to have my contribution to the whole discussion. All right, because I don't really want to have arguments about it. I want to have discussions. I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory about the history of dreadlocks and my personal history and journey with dreadlocks. Basically, I want your opinion too. I want you guys to let me know what you think. Do you think other races other than black people should have dreadlocks? So before we get into that, just to give you a little bit of history on dreadlocks, all right?
I thought you learned that by now. It also means don't touch your parents or we could shatter into countless theoretical shards.
Wait a
And
minute, what?
away we go!
Pretty much the first written account of dreadlocks really has to come from the Vedic scriptures, Hindu writing from 1500 BC. They describe Lord Shiva as one of their gods as having jata, which is long matted hair, and they always show him in like the drawings and the temples and everything like that depicted with long shoulder length kind of locked hair. And he would either have his hair down or he would have it in what they would call a jata mukuta, which is basically a crown of dreads like this. This is my jata mukuta.
Settle down.
The history of dreads pretty much goes even further than that. I mean, because hair automatically mats itself. All types of hair will mat itself. So it's kind of like a naturally occurring phenomenon. So it's kind of hard to tie down where, you know, who first started rocking the dreads, especially when you have dreads appearing in other world cultures, like in India, where people that wore dreadlocks were called sadhus, warriors. Their warriors used to wear dreadlocks as symbols of strength, and also for intimidation purposes. Dreads, you know what I'm saying? Dreads. I mean, you have evidence in Asia as far as India, China. You have evidence of dreads in ancient Mesoamerica. You have the Aztecs, the Aztec priests. They had their hair in dreads, like it's documented. You know what I'm saying? And Aztec hair is very straight. It's like Indian hair. There is also photographic evidence of Native Americans that have dreads, you know, naturally. A lot of these cultures attribute a real spiritual aspect to it. Leading up to modern times, the Rastafarians. The first Rastafarian, his name was Leonard Howell. Leonard Howell did not have dreadlocks. He's the first Rasta, did not have dreadlocks. He had his hair short. And for a while in the beginning of the Rastafarian religion, it was split into two houses. One that thought dreadlocks was the way to go, and then one that thought that it was, you know, short hair was the way to go. Eventually, the long hair dreadlocks won out, and dreadlocks just basically became the signature kind of like do for the Rastafarians. Dreadlocks, the word dreadlocks wasn't invented until 1959. So that's kind of recent. Bob Marley is our example of dreadlocks for our generation. He quickly became a worldwide symbol. Jamaica has its own culture. Rastafarians have their own culture, but it's still relatively new. And in the 80s, Eddie Grant came out with a song called Electric Avenue, man.
Now in the street there is violence, and none allowed of work to be done.
I thought he was cool as shit. He drove a motorcycle, you know. It was him and my man Corey Glover from Living Colour. Living Colour, black rock group, man. They rock hard, man. And the lead singer, when they came out with Cult of Personality, Corey Glover had the illest, like he had my hair right, like the way my hair is right now, but like long as shit. Yeah, those are my two dread inspirations. My latest dread journey has been, I'd say about 3 years. I've been growing my hair for like 3 years. Started off from scratch. This is all my hair, all right? This is all natural. A lot of people are like concerned whether or not like having dreads is cultural appropriation. And here we go. That's the thing, man. That's a real hard question to kind of answer. Because on the one hand, yes, our modern day view of dreadlocks basically comes from black culture. You know what I'm saying? It comes from Bob Marley. It comes from hip hop. It's just like how being black is. You can't hide being black. You know what I'm saying? Like, you black all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if we were to take away that political aspect of it, if we were to take away that fact that society treats blacks with dreads different than whites with dreads, you know what I'm saying? Then it wouldn't be so bad. So many cultures, when they came to America, you know, like Middle Eastern cultures and everything like that, a lot of these guys, they wore turbans. Underneath their turbans, they have very, very long hair. And they were forced to assimilate to American culture because a lot of jobs would not hire somebody with a turban on or with the long hair, so they would have to, you know, take the turban off, cut their hair. Black folks, you know what I'm saying, are told to cut their dreads off. You know, dreadlocks have a stigma of being dirty. They will not hire you in these Fortune 500 companies with dreadlocks. Like, it just doesn't happen. Kids being told that they won't be able to go to school unless they won't cut their dreads. What makes it cultural appropriation in a sense, all right, would be you don't acknowledge the culture that you're borrowing from. Just cultural appropriation in and of itself is not a bad thing. I think that to assimilate different cultures is the way that cultures grow.
Message.
There's not a lot of evidence supporting that Vikings had actual dreads. Braids, yes, and some people confuse braids with locks. It's not so much of a black and white question, you know what I'm saying, as far as who could lay claim to dreadlocks. I don't think that dreadlocks is a thing that should be considered exclusive to one race.
Message.
The human race, anybody that has hair should be able to rock some locks, man. I mean, it's a journey, man. It's a journey that you take. I don't look at somebody that has synthetic dreads the same way as I do somebody that took the time and had the patience to grow their own dreads naturally. And I think that anybody that has something that they worked on naturally kind of has the right to poke fun at somebody that just goes ahead and gets their shit installed. If they were to have a helicopter ride that would take you to the top of Mount Everest, right? Yeah, there would be a lot of people getting on that helicopter to get to the top of Mount Everest, to see Mount Everest, to get there the easy way, right? But you're missing the fucking point. High Noon respects the real. Growing your dreads is like a spiritual journey. It really is. It's like growing a bonsai tree. You know, you have to nurture it. It's a lot of work to have dreads, man. It really is. It's a discipline. That's what people that take the shortcut are lacking. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think that goes with a lot of things. It's the way that you do it. It's your intentions. You know what I'm saying? If they're not being trendy about it, if they're actually like being sincere and they want to be a part of the culture, of course, man, welcome. You know what I'm saying? Like I welcome people into this. I want people to experience the good parts of my journey. No other head of hair is gonna grow like yours. It's completely unique, like a fingerprint. And a lot of people don't give their hair that freedom of just growing and seeing what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? People just want to fuck with their hair all day and make it look like so and so, make it look like this and make it look like that. Be natural about it, man. That is it for right now. I am out. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for clicking, and I will be seeing you really soon on the next one. Later.